My son got divorced in 1998. He asked for my opinion. I said nothing. I have regretted that silence for 26 years. Today I'm going to say what I should have said then. My son got divorced in 1998. He came to me first. He sat at this very table and he said, "Dad, I don't know what to do." And I said nothing useful. I said, "Whatever makes you happy, son." I have regretted those words for 26 years. Today I am going to say what I should have said then. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that I am 96 years old. I have outlived my wife, one of my brothers, and the marriage I thought would outlast me. My son is 68 now. He has been alone for 26 years, not always unhappy, but alone. And I believe, with everything in me, that the man sitting across from me in 1998 was not a man who needed to leave his wife. He was a man who needed someone to tell him the truth. I was too afraid of his reaction, too afraid of seeming old-fashioned, too afraid to say what I knew. I won't make that mistake again. I should have said, "Son, what you are feeling right now is not the end of love. It is the end of the easy part." Every marriage has an easy part. The first years when everything is new, when desire does the work that discipline will later have to do. And then the easy part ends. It always ends. What comes next is the real marriage. The marriage where you wake up next to someone ordinary, someone who has disappointed you and been disappointed by you, someone who is no longer a mystery. And the question is, can you love the ordinary? Can you love the real person, not the idea of them? My son could not answer that question because nobody had ever asked it to him. I should have asked it. His wife, her name was Catherine. I loved that woman. Practical, honest. Not exciting, no, but honest in a way that is so rare you only recognize it after it's gone. After the divorce, she moved away. She remarried, had more children. By all accounts, a good life. My son saw her once, 15 years later, at a mutual friend's funeral. He came home that night and called me, and he said, "Dad, I made a mistake." I didn't say, "I told you so." I just said, "I know, son." There was a long silence. Then he said, "Why didn't you tell me?" That question has stayed with me every day since. I should have said, "Son, you are confusing boredom with incompatibility." Boredom in a marriage is not a sign that you chose the wrong person. It is a sign that you have stopped choosing the right things to do with the person you have. Boredom is not the marriage dying. Boredom is the marriage waiting for you to invest in it again. When your mother and I felt bored, and we absolutely did. We did something about it. We took a trip. We started cooking new things together. We found something new to learn side by side. We did not decide we were incompatible. We decided we were lazy, and laziness can be fixed. The last thing I should have said, "Son, leaving feels like freedom, and for a while, maybe even a long while, it will feel that way." But freedom from a marriage is not the same as freedom. It is just a different kind of alone. The loneliness of a difficult marriage is loud. You can hear it. You can argue with it. There is another person in the room. The loneliness of leaving, that is a quiet loneliness. It follows you into new relationships. It sits with you in rooms full of people. And it is much, much harder to fix. My son has a good life. I want to be clear about that. He has grandchildren he loves, work he is proud of. But there is something missing in him that has been missing for 26 years. I see it when he is around couples who have been together a long time. I see him watch them, the way they communicate without speaking, the way one reaches for the other's hand without thinking. He watches that and then he looks away. I put that look on his face, with my silence. If you are watching this and someone you love is about to leave a marriage, say something, say the hard thing. They may be angry, they may not listen, they may do it anyway. But say it, because 26 years from now, the only thing worse than their anger is their question. Why didn't you tell me? I'm telling you now for my son and for yours.